The Great British Bake Off 2023 starts next week and we cannot wait to tuck into another helping of the hit show. While new host Alison Hammond gets ready for her first time in the famous tent, 12 new contestants are preparing for their GBBO debut too. Here, we take a look at who is taking part this year and bring you the Bookies Bake Off frontrunners. Great British Bake Off 2023 hopefuls Abbi, 27, Cumbria A veg grower and delivery driver. Yorkshire-born Abbi first learned to bake alongside her mum. She loves traditional bakes from the Victorian era, so expect steamed puds and fruit cakes from this contestant. Paddy Power tell us that Abbi is second most likely to pick up the top prize, with odds of 11/4. Amos, 43, North London deli and grocery manager. Amos describes his bakes as a labour of love. His style is colourful and chic with keen attention to detail, and he loves exploring different flavour profiles. His odds at the bookies are 25/1. Christy, 33, East London mum and PA. Christy has a lot on her plate already with 4 children to look after. She describes her bakes as enchanted and pretty, conjuring up a sense of childhood. Christy draws inspiration from her Israeli roots and her husband's Jamaican heritage. Right now Christy has the longest odds at 33/1. Paddy Power tell us, with the likes of Christy and Dana having some far longer odds, their hopes of victory may crumble pretty quickly. GBBO hopefuls get ready to bake. Dan, 42, Cheshire. This civil engineering resource planner caught the cooking bug after travelling South America in 2007. Dan loves pies, puddings and patisserie and is a self-confessed perfectionist. The father of 2 owns over 300 cookbooks. Dan's currently middle of the table at 12/1. Dana, 20. Reinventing classics with a modern twist and can often be found including seasonal fruit and veg from his kitchen garden. He's also bagged the top spot with the bookies with 9/4 odds. Rachel Kane, spokesperson for Paddy Power, said, "Josh is looking like a legend in the baking, so he's our favourite for 2023. All about that bake." Keith, 60, Hampshire chartered accountant. Keith grew up with apple pies and fairy cakes thanks to his mum's love of baking. Now he likes to challenge himself with complex bakes and his partner Sue enjoys the smell of freshly baked loaves in the morning. Keith is odds on 6/1 to win. Matty, 28, Cambridgeshire. This PE and science teacher is the family's designated cake baker who swats up on online patisserie videos before bed. His next big commission is to make his own wedding cake before he marries fiancée Lara. He describes his style as rustic and neat, with a traditional flavour preference. Matty's odds are 20/1. Nikki, 52, West Midlands retired cabin crew and volunteer. Nikki describes her baking as, like a pair of comfy old slippers, little traditional bakes that evoke fond memories. Nikki's first baking memories come from rolling out pastries at her grand's kitchen table, and now her favourite bakes are pastries, bread and birthday cakes. Nikki's odds on 8/1 to win. Go big or go home. Rowan, 21, West Yorkshire student. Rowan's motto is, go big or go home. His style is grand and opulent, as evidenced by the 3-tier, 12-layer birthday cake he whipped up for his 21st. Rowan's in the lower half of the group, odds-wise, at 14/1. Saku, 50, Herefordshire Sri Lankan-born. Saku puts the traditional flavours of her heritage at the heart of her baking. She grew up without an oven and only turned to baking when she moved to the UK in 2003, rustling up lunchbox treats for her kids by replicating snacks she saw in the supermarket. Saku also loves to cook with veg from her beloved vegetable patch. And Saku could well rise to the challenge with odds of 3/1. Tasha, 27, Bristol Participation Officer. Tasha has a fearless approach to baking and loves to express herself creatively with near-impossible designs. Tasha chances of winning look slim so far with odds on 20/1.